is Mad Hatter with another Mad Hatter TV. Hope all is going well in your life. And yeah, I know, a lot of you are like, where the hell you been? But I am here now, and wow, I gotta say that I have been ridiculously busy on my other channel, which is a YouTube gaming channel. So you guys check that out if you're into games, want to stay in the know on your favorite platforms, favorite PC, favorite consoles, whatever, I got it. So, with that out of the way, let's talk about this particular channel, which is my personal vlog. And, there's a lot to talk about, but first and foremost, let's talk about this particular case that happened just a few moments ago. Me and this person, I won't put his name out there for, you know, legal reasons, but me and this particular person that I've known for quite some time, you know, we've become some pretty good friends. It was a lot more to that, but we're not going to go into that. But I was hitting him up on Facebook, and I was just, you know, doing a little friendly check-in, like, how's life, how's your wife, how's whatever. He doesn't have a wife, he's gay, whatever. But, you get the point. So, I was just checking in on him, and I'm like, how you been? I know we don't really talk that much, but you know, you are a friend. You're somebody that I feel connect to, and you know, I like to do my little check-ins with people and see how they're doing. How's life? How's your health? What's up? What's your goals? Anything new? You know, you get it. And so we're talking, and you know, I did notice that back then when it was a lot of obsession and infatuation with this particular person, he did block me from various things. And there's a story to this, I promise. But what he was talking about is how I found a way around those things where I was blocked. And one in particular is this Twitter. He did block me from his Twitter on my main account on Twitter. And I did create another Twitter. But mind you, let me say this before you guys like side with him. Mind you, I had this other Twitter account for quite some time. I used to use this Twitter account back when I was a professional gamer. And for people that don't know what a professional gamer is like, I would go and compete in tournaments where it'd be like Street Fighter tournaments, and I would do like back when Pokemon was like extremely freaking popular and people were doing tournaments for it. I used to do that. I just competed in a lot of PC games and all sorts of stuff. I had my crew. And I went under the moniker Shadowroot. And, you know, it was something that was like dead. I wasn't using it. But, you know, considering the fact that I started doing, you know, YouTube playthroughs and walkthroughs, let's plays and stuff like that, I started like rebranding that Twitter. And now it's become something that I use quite often. And, you know, I did make the mistake of like saying hello and checking in on him on that second account. Now, he thinks that I made that account solely to stalk him. Now, remember what I said. I made this Twitter account a long time ago, before I even met him, and I made it to actually keep up with my friends, my family, gaming, news, and everything like that. And I started to rebrand it. And now it's something that I use to tell people that follow me about my YouTube gaming and like the videos that I'm doing when I'm live streaming and stuff like that. So if he would actually take time to read exactly what I'm writing, it's not about my personal life. That's on my other Twitter account. We're talking about what happens on this particular one, which is Shadowroot, and I'm mainly talking about gaming. So if he just paid that a little bit more close attention, he would realize that I'm not talking about my personal life at all on that one. It's strictly business. And so I did make the mistake. I don't know why I did this, but I did talk to him on that account, and I'm like, oh my God, why did I do that? Because I know there's going to be some kind of bullshit that goes on with that. But even though we are cool, he's saying that I add him on every single app that he becomes associated with, and I have an explanation for that. I am a new iPhone user, and I'm not hip to some of these apps that were only exclusive to iPhone, right? Because I used to be a Samsung user. I used to use a Droid, okay? I know you guys are probably like, ew, Android. I love Android. I still do. But that's besides the point. I recently switched over to iPhone, and you know, I always go to my friends asking them what are some cool apps, and I see that this particular person has some really cool apps, and I'm like, you know what, that's pretty cool, let me check it out. And the only reason why I add him on those apps is because at that particular time, he's like the only person that I know that actually uses that app, and so I need to use that particular person in order to build my, you know, friend base. Because if you don't have nobody on that particular app, people are going to look at you like, ew, he's fake, he's phony, he's a scam, or whatever, he's a catfish. Nobody's really going to pay you much attention. But if you at least have somebody that you're following, then people are like, oh, okay, well, he must be pretty new, let me, you know, whatever. And since then that I got accustomed with these new apps, I don't really talk to him much. He does say that I comment on a lot of his things, and mind you, I'm a person that likes to comment and likes to like their pictures or whatever, because if you're a friend of mine, don't you think I should be supportive of my friends? Because if that's my friend, that's what friends are supposed to do. Be like, yeah, that's my best friend, that's my best friend. You know, that's what they do. And I'm like, do you not know how this works? I mean, we're friends, we're supposed to support each other. Like when you're doing something, I'm like, yes, bitch, yes. You know, when people are like celebrating their new couple or their new relationship, I'm over there, yes. You know, that's just me. That's what I do. That's what friends are supposed to do for each other. But apparently some people just don't get the memo, and I'm just like, what? Why don't you get this? This is how friends work. This is how best friends work. But apparently you don't know the definition of friendship. You don't know the definition of a best friend. Like, do I need to refer to Wikipedia or Webster to get you to understand what a friend actually is? Like, maybe I'm doing friendships all wrong. Maybe the rules have changed. Like, somebody needs to tell me these things because I am totally oblivious, maybe. I don't know. But other than that, I can finally say that I am free from this particular church. Oh my God, if you guys have been following me on Facebook, you know that I have my personal gripes with this particular church that I have been associated with ever since I was born. I was raised in this church, I'll just say that. And this church, like, in its early stages, I loved the hell out of this church. This was my place. I loved it. It was great. It felt like home. But then, as I got older, I'm starting to realize the corruption there. And the thing about black churches is, when you're a part of the LGBT and then you belong to a black church, and people know that you're actively gay or bi, whatever, lesbian, transgender, you get it. You're like public enemy number one. I've had my very own pastor call me an abomination. I'm going to hell. There's no way that for me to redeem myself. I will always be like the lowest of the low, and he has even stated to his congregation that he won't allow a gay person or any member of the LGBT community to serve him as a waiter or waitress or like anywhere where they have to serve the customer. He won't allow it. And at first I thought he was like, okay, yeah, this is bullshit. But we took him out as a choir. Our choir had took him out for his birthday. And we did actually have a gay waiter. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, okay, this is a gay waiter. This is my time to see if he's like legit actually doing this. And so I am like paying close attention. I'm like, and this would really piss me off. The pastor told our waiter, I don't want some, quote unquote, I don't want some faggot serving me my food. I don't want a demon. I don't want an abomination touching my food. Because this is sinful nature that I do not condone. Quote unquote. And I was like, okay, I understand what the Bible says and all that rhetoric. I get it. I understand. All right. But it does not say that you should be hurtful, rude, and a bully. It does not condone that behavior. And to have a church that you're preaching this to and you're just giving this kind of rhetoric to, just really, really burns me up. So I'm so glad that I am able to distance myself from that at the end of this year. I have finally completed my secretarial work and I am done. I am so done. This calls for a celebration, like New Year's celebration, because y'all just don't know. But anyway, this video is probably long as heck, and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm so sorry that it took me so long to do videos, but I promise you I will be coming back to do videos for this particular channel. As always, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. This is Matt Hatter with